Hello, Dr. Minkoff.
Hi, Michelle.
You founded two companies, Lifeworks Wellness Center and Body Health. Can you tell me how they came about?
Yes, Lifeworks was, there's an earlier video that if you want to get the whole long story, you can get it, but basically my wife was sick. I was an emergency room physician. We couldn't find answers to why she was sick. She was a nurse, triathlete, nutritionally conscious, cared about her health, did everything she could, got what looked like MS. It turned out it was poisoning from the mercury that was in her teeth, that was actually removed by a dentist who didn't have the proper equipment. And it flabbergasted me. I was an athlete too, I was interested in health too, and we couldn't figure out how someone who was so careful about their lifestyle could get something where, you know, she'd been swimming miles every week, and then it came to the point where she couldn't even lift up her arm to brush her teeth, or she couldn't move her leg. So that got us interested. In my life, my wife's always found it first, and then I sort of would brought up the rear. So she started going to meetings like, what is wrong? How can this be? And the first person we found was Dr. Jeffrey Bland. We started attending his seminars, started getting his taped lectures, and we started to learn, oh my gosh, there's a whole other system here, or there's a whole other viewpoint on how do you look at health, how do you solve illness. And we started to do that. And once we started learning, we thought, she got better, people noticed, what did you do with her? I have chronic migraines. My dad died at 52 of a heart attack, what can I do? And we set up a little clinic just to I was doing emergency room 3 or 4 12-hour shifts a week. I had a couple afternoons, I set up a little clinic, I started seeing people. And it became very interesting, like, holy smokes, whoever knew that there were liver detox pathways, that there were enzymes that did this and that there was digestion things that, you know, that you could have not enough hydrochloric acid in your stomach, or not enough pancreatic enzymes, or that your bowel could be overgrown with bad bacteria, or just all this stuff. We just started to really reacquaint myself with basic physiology. And the clinic was born. And then we were in a little space for a while, and then it just got too busy. And then we got a bigger space, and then they got too busy, and then we got a bigger space, and then we started to accumulate all different things, because I would get a patient and I would say, well, I tried this, I tried this, I tried this. We couldn't get them solved. So then we started going to meetings like, who does know this? And we spent a long time with a professor of medicine at Columbia University who had a way of diagnosing things that was very unique. I spent 175 hours with him. Amazing gentleman. Taught me a lot. We started going everywhere, who knows stuff, so that we could accumulate a center which had the latest in diagnostics and therapeutics to solve unsolved problems and to help people get better, to make the fitter more fitter, and to make the sick weller. And so we have accumulated here at Lifeworks Wellness Center an assemblage of things that probably you won't find, or if you do find them, in very few other places. Modalities of treatment and modalities of diagnostics that are quite unique, that actually allow us to find out what is wrong with that patient so that that patient can get better. And that pursuit goes on. I am adding new things practically faster than my staff can keep up with me, because the area of this research has never been more interesting, it's never been more thriving, and there are brilliant people all around the world who are finding answers to cancer and chronic illness and infection that just didn't exist 2 years ago or 5 years ago, that I want to know about, so that we can bring them in here and integrate them, so that we can offer them to our patients, so that when they come here they know that this is going to be their last stop, not because they ended up in the grave, but because they got their health back because they came here. And that's what we're about, and that's why Lifeworks was started. Along that way, in about 2000, I found that there weren't products that were needed to do what we needed to do, and the first product was something that would detoxify heavy metals safely and effectively. And we worked with a research biochemist. We came up with a product called Metal Free. We started using it in the clinic. It would pull metals out of people like mad and not make them sick. And so other doctors heard about it. They said, can we get it? We started to manufacture it. We started a company called Body Health, where we then were able to manufacture this and supply it to other physicians so that they could give it to their patients. Body Health has now expanded that line of products, so there's quite a few other things that physicians and now patients can get directly, and that's why those two companies were started.
Thank you very much.
Okay.